Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. We're going to go over the last scenario. There's a lot of things that were brought up in the comment sections, a lot of good things. I mean, you guys are thinking, and I appreciate it, because you're throwing stuff out and I'm saying, ooh, I never thought about that. Yeah, we'll write that down. So it's good. People are thinking, people are communicating back and forth ideas to solve problems. We need to do it now. When we have YouTube, well, we got Google, we can Google things, we can research things. Because if we ever need this, and it might not be wrol, it might be just a local emergency. Power might be out in your area for an extended period of time. The police and sheriff might not be able to provide security for your subdivision or your area. So you might just, hey, I remember we need to get some CBs. Let's get the CBs out and we can do 3-hour patrols, you know, a few guys on this side of the perimeter and this side, and we can just watch and make sure just the presence of somebody there with a flashlight will make a lot of looters go the other direction. So a lot of this stuff, yes, we definitely use it in a wrol situation, but hopefully we can use it in any type of emergency. All right, the missing patrol. The patrol went out, lost commo. What do we do? What is our SOP? During the day, I would probably let another patrol go out looking for him, definitely during the day. At night, probably not, because we don't have night vision, and we definitely don't have any commo with the lost patrol. So it's a judgment call. Day, definitely send out a patrol looking for him, and probably definitely increase your security posture in your retreat or your subdivision, because something bad could be happening out there. A lot of comments on the diseases in quarantine. Diseases will be out there. Nowadays, we're all taking showers, sometimes twice a day. In a wrol situation, we'd be lucky to get a good shower once a week. So that's going to even compound diseases and pests out there. So that's probably going to, I need to do a whole video on the diseases that we need to recognize. I'm not an expert in this field at all. I have a friend that is pretty knowledgeable with these types of diseases, so I will pick his brains and take some notes and share them with you. But I am not a professional in that. A quarantine procedure, definitely need to look into that. Especially if we have people coming in that have been exposed to a lot of people and they're coming to our group late. Maybe have somewhere, an extra house or something you can put them in for a week, monitor, making sure they're not sick, because we don't need to bring sickness in. We're going to have lack of medicine and antibiotics and all the other things. So if we can do a simple quarantine procedure and save a lot of heartaches. How about if you have medical personnel, maybe they need to train people on how to spot these diseases. Because these people might be on security or they might be going scavenging and they see people, and if they don't know the signs and symptoms of certain diseases, they're gonna be in contact with them. But if they're trained, they'll say, hey, there's something wrong with that guy, that's one of the signs, let's back off. Another thing, so your medical people need to train people. Let's say the patrol also went out of range. So let's say they had the authority. When you send a patrol out, you give them some type of authority to make decisions. Usually, they have flexibility. Maybe these people had the flexibility to investigate what they think was a security threat. So let's say they know definitely they're going to go out of range. You know without a shadow of a doubt you're going to go out of range because of your radios, CBs or family radios or whatever. This is what you can do. Let's say you have 5 people. You can go until you know you're just about ready to go out of range of your main base. Leave 2 of your people there. Then the 3 other people go forward. When they need to report back, they call back. The 2 remaining people on the patrol will then pick that conversation up and relay it back to your base. You could do that in a situation if it happens in your subdivision now, if you lose power and you need to communicate. You can pass messages through. If your subdivision is big, you can just relay messages. The military does it all the time. If the people are out of range, they'll pass it to somebody else and they will pass the message. So the radios that we have are not like the military. You all know that. They're CBs. I need to do a class on what I think is the best for us. You have CB radios. You have Marine radios. You have all kinds of styles of the family radios and GMRSs. There's a lot of radios out there. MERS radios. I'll save that for a separate class because I don't want to rush it. A lot of things. I will tell you what I'm doing, and maybe that will help you. Let's say our patrol is out there and we have communication. But we need to relay a lot of things because we're following something or the situation is very fluid and it's changing. And we just can't say on a CB radio or unsecured radio, you know, I'm next to the bridge or I'm next to the intersection of Highway 17 and, you know, Lark Road. So you're going to need a method to communicate over the open radio. This is the method the military uses sometimes, but we don't really have to do it because we have very good radios that are security encrypted. But let's say we don't have those. This is what you do. You're going to get a map. This will be like a regular street map, a regular map, and everybody will have that and know it. You will not mark on your map these locations. These will be memorized. They're very easy to memorize because you're going to pick key features that everyone knows. All right. Let's say we have a certain tree that has been shown to everybody, and that's the tree. We have a stream, and you might see right here where the stream is eroded maybe a swimming pool area out. Down here you have a bridge, and say you identified 5, 6, 7 big rocks. Something everybody knows where they are on your team. And then you have different types of intersections. This is what you're going to do. You're going to pick this spot. It's a tree. You're not going to say, hey, I'm near the tree. But what you're going to do is birds. Birds live in trees, so I can remember that. Anytime I'm referring to this location, I'm going to use a bird name. So every time I'm going to use a different bird name. It might be robin or duck or geese or pigeon. And everybody knows it's referring to this point right here. If you're at that point, you can tell them, hey, I'm next to the pigeon. But most of the time you're not going to be at that point, but you're going to be close to that point. What you're going to do is you probably can't see this. What that is a military issue protractor. It has degrees around the outside, 0 to 360. You could make one of these. It doesn't have to be as accurate. It can be a little cruder, but it's 0 to 360 degrees. That's in a circle. What you're going to do is you're going to set this on your map. This being a regular street map, so you're not going to have a tree on your map. You're going to have something there that you know. You lay that there and you look. And if you're over here, you just read what degree you are, and you measure the distance from the point to you. So let's hypothetically say it's 20 degrees, and you're dealing with yards, feet, or meters, whatever your group wants to do. It's 350 meters at 15 degrees from the robin. I could say that on the radio. The only people that are going to know where I am is the people that know this code. They're going to go 15 degrees, the distance you gave them from robin, and they're going to know, hey, you're right there on the map. So you can tell them exactly where you are. Anyone picking up this conversation will be totally confused. They will not know what you're talking about. You can assign other points. The rocks down here, maybe assign that as a rock group, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, any group. So when you're talking about that location, that's the location. You can do the same thing. You can give a direction and distance. You might be 700 meters, 90 degrees. Everybody will know exactly. They'll take their protractor. You can make it. It doesn't have to be this. Make a protractor, set it over there, do your distance, and there you go. You know exactly where those people are. You could assign the bridge something. Cars drive over a bridge, so you could call that Chevy or Ford. Whatever you want. You use your imagination. You change this up. Do not use the same one week after week after week because somebody might just break your code. I doubt it, but change it up. There is a name for this. I cannot remember. I've been racking my brain for the last hour. When I do, I'll tell you. But there is a name for this procedure. You can definitely use it. No one will know where you are, and only the good guys will know. I hope I explained some things. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully tomorrow I'll put another scenario out, Mr. Peterson, and then we'll take that scenario and we'll get everything we can out of it to help all of us. Thanks for watching.